what a house. I got to see it for the first time today and I was blown away. It is so impressive. By most standards, when I was an undergrad, I wasn't a great FIJI. I never served on a committee. I never did anything with Rush. I was never a pledge trainer. I was never an officer. I never went to any national meetings. I hardly went to any house meetings. I did read The Purple Pilgrim, but the only 2 words I remembered from it were the name. But one thing I was pretty good at was brotherhood. I truly respected and enjoyed everybody in the house. When you're in a house of 100 people, you have your core friends, you have your best friends, you have some people that you don't spend much time with, you have some people, let's face it, you really don't like. But I really enjoyed spending time and talking with everybody, and I respected them for their opinions, even if I disagreed with them. It's just the way I was brought up. And I can't tell you how many great conversations I had the 3 years I was in the house. Now, sometimes I think the Greek system has gotten it wrong, because today we are dedicating a house, but that brotherhood and those 100 people living together makes that house a home. And a home is where we really are. We're in the FIJI home. It was home to so many of us back then. It's home to so many of you right now. A year ago at this time, I was just as normal as everybody sitting out in this room or standing. Maybe not mentally, but physically for sure. And then God brought something onto me. He brought Lou Gehrig's disease onto me. It's a death sentence. And I went to my doctor this week, and most likely by the time we end this school year, I won't be here anymore. But I'm going to heaven. And one thing I disagree with Felix on, I too am a member of the greatest fraternity house and the greatest chapter on this earth. But I'm heading to the greatest fraternity in the universe. As I said, I was decent at brotherhood, but maybe I was a little misguided. As I look back, the things that I brought to the table at the FIJI house were the drunk march, case of beer night, but then I also, with a couple of others, was involved in a little golf tournament we started in 1977. And this year was the 40th year. I couldn't attend, but it was the 40th year, and over the years we've had probably 8 to 10 different classes that are represented each year. And we share good times, we share memories, and we have a very competitive golf tournament. I have gotten the great pleasure, what I'm going through is nothing I would wish on anyone, but I've gotten the most incredible pleasure of seeing brotherhood firsthand. In the last 6 months, I've never bought a dinner. I've never bought a lunch. People visit me every day. They call me every day. I even won a golf tournament I didn't play in. I grew up and I've always been a Chicago White Sox fan. But this summer, my sister also passed away from this same disease. And my brother-in-law has been a Cub fan his whole life. He told me an amazing story that his mom was born in 1908, which was the last time the Cubs won. He had no sisters. My sister and he had no daughters, so the only other woman in his life was my sister, and she died in 2016. So he was hoping this was the year. And I told him, I said, you know, you're forgetting one other thing. And he goes, what's that? I said, you were born in 1945, which was the last time they went to the World Series. So I never watched a World Series first pitch to end pitch like I did this year. Well, let's face it, I can't do a whole lot. I either sit in this chair or go to bed. But after the Cubs won the 6th game, I got a text about midnight from one of my fraternity brothers and said, who are you watching the game with tomorrow night? And I said, if you want to come over, you're welcome. On the 7th game, we had 13 people there. One of them drove from 2 hours away, another one drove from 3 hours away. I will tell you that this brotherhood thing is real. And I've gotten to witness it so firsthand. And everything everybody else has said tonight, stay in touch. I've never had so many grown men tell me they love me in the last 6 months, and I love them too. Thank you.